France hasn't lost all tournament. Spain hasn't been scored on in 6 straight matches until last week. Today, one of those streaks ends in Arlington. This isn't a rivalry born from war or invasion. It's rarer than that, a rivalry built entirely on the pitch, one classic match at a time. This channel exists to find the history hiding inside something as small as a game. If that's your thing, follow so you don't miss the next one. France and Spain first played each other in 1922. In Paris, a friendly Spain won. For decades after, the rivalry barely existed as a rivalry at all. Spain was dominant when they did meet. France, hosting the 1938 World Cup, showed little real interest in the sport yet. In the years after World War II, there was genuine friction between the two countries. France viewed Franco's Spain with suspicion for sheltering people who'd collaborated with the Nazis. It wasn't a war between them, but it meant these two neighbors spent decades barely looking at each other, on the pitch or off it. The rivalry only really starts in 1984, the Euro final, in Paris. Just before the hour mark, Michel Platini bends a free kick toward goal. It should be routine for Spain's goalkeeper, Luis Arconada. It slips through his hands and in. France wins 2-0, their first ever major title. It's the moment the power in this rivalry starts to shift, and the start of France building the modern football infrastructure academies like Clairefontaine that would define the next 40 years. Fast forward to 2021, the Nations League final, played in a near-empty stadium during the pandemic. Spain leads through Mikel Oyarzabal. Then Karim Benzema, only recently recalled to the national team after 5 years away, equalizes off a Kylian Mbappé assist. Mbappé scores the winner himself. France 2-1. 3 years later, Euro 2024 semi-final. France take an early lead. Then, a 16-year-old named Lamine Yamal receives the ball on the edge of the box and curls a shot into the far corner that nobody his age should be capable of. Dani Olmo finishes the job. Spain 2-1 on their way to the European title. And then, June 2025, the match that changed how people talk about this rivalry. Spain scores twice inside the first 25 minutes, then twice more early in the second half, a Yamal penalty, a Pedri finish, 4-0. Mbappé drags France back into it from the spot. France keep fighting, pull it to 4-3, then 4-4 before Yamal himself restores Spain's lead one final time. Spain wins 5-4, 9 goals. The highest scoring match these two countries have ever played. This isn't just country against country anymore. Kylian Mbappé, a World Cup winner and the presumptive best player of his generation, plays his club football for Paris Saint-Germain. Lamine Yamal is already a European champion and Barcelona's brightest young star. Their clubs are rivals. Their countries are rivals. Every time France and Spain meet now, it's also a changing of the guard story playing out in real time. Coming into today, France is undefeated through the tournament, 6 wins from 6, with Mbappé sitting just a few goals from Lionel Messi's all-time World Cup scoring record. Spain has barely been touched, 6 straight clean sheets until their quarterfinal, a World Cup record, with goalkeeper Unai Simon setting a record of his own along the way, 649 minutes without conceding. There's no invasion behind this one, no war. Neither country can talk about anywhere else. What makes France against Spain heavy is simpler than that. It's 4 decades of the two best footballing nations in Europe consistently meeting each other at the exact moment it matters most, and neither one ever fully settling the argument. Every final, every semifinal just resets the clock. So when these two walk out today, they're not just playing for a World Cup final. They're adding one more chapter to the best rivalry nobody outside Europe seems to talk about enough. If that's the kind of story you want more of, follow